What's going on, good people? Let's see if I can turn this off and verify that my bubble is jumping, and it looks as though my bubble is jumping. So that should signify for each and every one of you, as well as for me, that I am actually live. I want to ask you guys, while I sit here and run through and get a few things set up here on my end, to come on into the room and be coachable, teachable, trainable. Post your city and state where you are chiming in from. I'm just verifying here on my mobile device that I am actually live. Let's see if I can get this taken out of my ears so that I can ensure that I can see you guys and see if any comments come up so I can talk to you guys on tonight. Let me take these out of my ears. Thank you, Miss Cassandra Wooten, for coming on into the room and being coachable, teachable, trainable, posting your city and state of Goldsboro, North Carolina. Hello to you as well, my beautiful queen sister. So good to see you on this evening. So, tonight, my eyes are going to be a little bit all over the place because I am going to recap for you the 26 days of the ABCs of money, but I'm also going to give you what I believe is day 12, if I'm not mistaken. So now that I see that I do have an eye catching me live, I do want to make sure that I go ahead and say, hey, y'all, hey. My name is Brandmaster Martina Britt Yelverton. I am your youth lifestyle training founder of the Legal Tax Hack to hire your kids in your home-based business. I'm a cash flow queen, and as you heard me say, I am a brand master. Additionally, I help startup or struggling entrepreneurs to basically develop a simplified brand so they can get back and focus on what it is that they choose to focus on, which in most times is either time freedom, spending time with their kids, or catching their coins, okay? So here in the year of 2022, I am now celebrating 14 years in actual structured home-based business, helping small businesses, corporate companies, authors, network marketers, home-based business owners, single parents, to basically get branded. Okay. A lot of people really don't understand the point and the purpose of branding. So my job is to simplify that process for you and to make it easy. But believe it or not, I didn't just wake up one day and decide I was going to do this. I was actually blessedly forced, passionately birthed into this during the adversity of surviving domestic violence. So guys, when you hear me talk about my situation of going from evicted to educated, trust me, I understand marriage, I understand divorce, I understand death, I understand eviction, I understand loss of a business, I understand death, I understand the welfare system. I understand so much about this process of business, of being a parent that's married, being a parent that's separated, being a parent that's divorced, being a single parent again. I understand the woes that come along with business, infrastructure, building up, tearing down, losing, and all of that. So when I say I got you, okay? I'm your go-to girl for simplified graphics that you can actually manage yourself, and I help you guys to understand how to develop blueprints so that you can kind of systematize and organize your business and what it does, okay? So that's a little bit about what I do, because I know I haven't taken the opportunities during this entire 26 days of the ABCs of money to help you guys really understand what it is that I do as a brand master, why I'm on here live every single day for the next however many days are left of this challenge, because you guys know I am not good with being live sometimes, only because of all the upheaval that's been going on in my life, right? But here on the 26 days of the ABCs of money, I'm doing a recap today, and I'm running you guys through what it is that I have done. So when we went through, I guess the first night of this, what you see on the screen is the hashtag, the 26 days of ABCs of money, so that I could find all of my posts that I had put up so I could show you guys. So let me just scroll all the way down to the bottom and show you guys. Sis was tired on this day. Sis was absolutely tired. And I promise you, because I was tired, I looked tired, but I was like, you know what? I just happened upon my mentor giving us a challenge. So challenge was issued and challenge was accepted. And as you see at 9:53 p.m. on January the 4th, I said yes. Okay. So I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to run this challenge. And on day one, what I discussed was abundance, action from Mr. Cornelius Dante Austin, attitude, and assets. Okay, so that was the A of it. And my main thing was adjust your attitude here in 2022. Get your assets in order, all right? And realize if you are here, you are breathing, you are abundantly blessed. That's the bottom line of pretty much what I talked about on day one. On day two, we discussed bills. Like, so many people have bills right now, and they don't realize that it is an asset for you to actually be able to have a bill and be able to write that bill off. So these are all out of order. You see me scrolling here on the screen, but I'm going to see if I can fluctuate around and find them. So here on day two, hopped up with the wife beater on. Yes, y'all have to understand, we don't have 100% time all the time to be completely all dolled up and professional. So we threw on the earrings real quick and we hopped on because we were going to complete this challenge. So here on day two, I talked about bills. I talked about some benefits very briefly, and I talked about the brand. So let me expand on that. Okay, guys, you have to understand in this business, there's another B for you from day two, world that we are in, you are the brand. You have to literally get out here and represent who you are. A lot of people just want to do business with you because they know you just like they know me as Tina Britt. That's Tina. That's Tina Britt. That's what she do. That's what my real good close family calls me, Tina Britt. So they really were not paying attention, and still to today have not paid a lot of attention to what it is that I bring to the table and what my benefits are. And the fact that, guys, I've been doing this since 2005, have not held a a job, a 9-to-5, a W-2 where I completed a W-4, have not held that since 2005. But they still won't listen. Okay, works for me. But now that they see me showing up in places, they see me on stages with Dr. Cheryl Wood, they see me speaking on the same platform as Dr. Lynn Richardson, they see me speaking on the same platform and authoring 2 books with the Les Brown. Now they want to pay a little bit of attention to little Tina Britt. Okay, that'll work. That's fine. Do that. But that is all because I have been developing, cultivating, and mastering my brand. Hence, brand master. I hope y'all caught that. All right. So on day 3, we discussed consistency. Let's see if I can scroll back down here and find day 3. So day 3, girl, you know, she decided to get a little bit cute, throwing a little bit of eyeliner, whatever, did a little bit more gunk in the hair, made it a little more defined. And I talked about on day 3, consistency, coins, and cash, right? So if you guys have no clue what I'm talking about with regards to consistency, let me tell you how important consistency is. All right. Sis had to go through a couple of iterations of this book, and I'm going to share this with you guys today. Give me just one sec. I'm going to grab this so you can watch this journey. So before it came into development, guys, the iteration of the consistency journal, the 30 days and 30 ways to self-improvement, this journal literally went through a pamphlet. No, actually, it went through like a checklist because I really started dialing through what I was doing, you know, each and every day to help myself, you know, along the journey. We'll say it that way. And I decided I needed to make a list because people were like, how are you doing this? How are you staying organized? How are you keeping consistent? And this isn't the first time I've just jumped into and done consistent lives like this. Like I come on generally on Setup Sunday nights, Mindset on Mondays, Teach You Something Tuesday, Watch Me Work Wednesdays, Thoughts on Thursdays, Freedom or Freestyle Fridays. Today, Social Saturday, but again, back to Setup Sunday. So I would come on periodically, really just to check in with my Learn, Lead, and Level Up crew. Hey, day 12, L. I would come in and I would check in with my crew. And I would give them, you know, some checklists, some responsibilities, some things that I was doing. And when we came through round 2, it was in a pamphlet form. Let me pull this down and make myself a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. All right. So it was in like a pamphlet style, right? And it started out being, this is iteration number 2. It started out being just a list, right? And a little bit of words I wrote to the people. And then I said, hey, they need to be able to actually write it down and keep it all together. You guys see that? Pamphlet. I said, let me take that up a level and let me make that into something that would look like a little booklet. Notice no barcode on the back. Let's make this into a little booklet for people. Again, inside all glossy. Realize you can't write on gloss. So even though it's all cute and glossy and magazine-like, there was no barcode. So that meant it couldn't go into stores and get sold. Pow! Jumped on Amazon. Made it so that you could write inside. Look at all my little beautiful family. Got real personalized for you guys. Real transparent. Talked about my journey just a little bit. Gave some accolades and some head nods and grateful thank yous to some people that helped me along the way. And then you jumped over here and you're able to write inside of the journal every single day. Simplified stuff you can write, guys. Day one, take time for you. While you might associate taking time with you to be a little selfish, it's not. You cannot pour out from an empty well. That's what I talk about on that. Final iteration, barcode, available on Amazon. But if you want it autographed personally from me, and I always put a little something extra in there for people when you buy directly from me, if you want me to autograph it, then you need to go to 30days.martinabrittyoverton.com and get that. That is one of the ways I was able to become consistent in what it was that I was doing. So again, if you want to grab a copy of that, I have it here saved in one of these little pop-ups. Let's see if I can get it up. There we go. You can go to 30days.martinabrittyoverton.com and grab that so that you can become consistent. That's what we talked about here on day 3. Moving beyond that, in day 4, my quote is, make a decision to keep making decisions, right? So day 4D was about decide. Let's see if I can find that one. I said you need to decide. So let's see. I'm not sure if that one's down here. You know, these are out of order, which I don't understand why I didn't keep it in order. But anyway, day 4 was about decide. Make a decision to keep making decisions. So there is day 4. All right. So if you guys want to copy any of this, find any of this, definitely find me on Facebook. Become a friend. Okay. Go ahead and begin to follow me. Definitely like and share some of the posts that you see and select the bell to get notifications whenever I go live, right? There it is. You can find what I really talked about on day 4. On day 5, I think that one we just passed a little bit down here. On day 5, we talked about a little bit, just a little bit of my story on going from evicted to educated. Let me tell you guys, the reason I'm referring to it as going from evicted to educated was because I really got educated on some of the woes of this business industry, okay? Some of the woes of this business industry that people don't talk about when it comes to their money, they don't talk about how important it is when the money comes in to properly allocate it and disperse it. There's another D for that day, how to properly disperse the money so that you can have those deposits and so that you can be able to handle the deficit that you are going. There's some more D's I should have used that day that you're going to incur on that day, that month, that week, that year, that season of business. Well, what happened is your girl couldn't bounce back quick enough. At the end of 2019, the rumors started swirling around. Every year at the end of the year, let me say this first. Every year towards the end of the year, you run into a situation called big business. All your clients want to hold on to their money because they would prefer to go out here and give it to big business. Okay? They want to run out here. They want to give it to the stores. My kids will tell you the last time they were able to see that type of big business Christmas was probably way back in 2014, if I'm not mistaken, because we got a clue. When I started getting information from the experts and they were helping me understand what the real deal was with big business and how these prices are slowly amped up the closer you get to the holiday season so that you don't really notice it. Then by the time you actually go out here and buy all this stuff, it gets marked back down after Christmas. Now, it's never going to be at wholesale what they actually paid for it, okay? It's never going to be so low that you can get it for rock bottom. When they're throwing on the sale, that's because they done already ramped it up and they just cutting themselves still a little bit of of a loss, but you still paying way over what it costs for what it was, bottom line. When we figured these types of things out, you know what I had my kids do? Let's make a list. Let's put it all in the cart. Like, go online, use this technology for your benefit so they could actually see the increase and the decrease in funds. I literally would have them go online, make their list, put it in the cart so they could see all of it, plus the taxes and everything, if it was shipped or not shipped or whatever. And then we would print that list out. Then after Christmas, when the money was still in the account, okay, and the prices started to drop again, they could then go look at how much more money they would have to spend because the prices would come back down, and they looking right at the list and would be able to physically see what that price had gotten marked up to that they were about to pay. And then they had more money to get more stuff afterwards. I didn't waste money on wrapping paper. Nope. Why? Because it comes in a box. Walmart sends it in a box. Amazon sends it in a box. Target sends it in a box. All those places would send it in a box. What am I going to rewrap a box that's already wrapped for? Hello. They enjoyed going to the post office or going to the door, bringing that box in, popping open their box. They're going to discard it anyway. What wrapping paper is such a waste. Anyway, that is what we actually decided to do. And so now it's almost like they get that the products that they're wanting is marked up so high that literally it doesn't make sense to spend money. And I hate to say it, but that's a day just like any other day. And it's a day that you should be celebrating being alive. Okay. So in celebrating being alive, we began to get educated on the enjoyment, the energy, all that you should be grateful for, you know what I'm saying, versus going out here and emptying your pockets. There's some more ease. And anyway, that's what I mean by going from evicted to educated. In business sense, understanding what we needed to do as far as setting ourselves up, dispersing and having that money available to recoup and cover yourself in the event that all your clients go out here and decide, hey, we're going to hold on to our money. We're not going to pay our invoices. And now I fall short and can't sustain the roof over our heads. Then the pandemic hit, and boom, with the pandemic, everybody says, we ain't giving no more money for nothing. And you couldn't maintain. So through all of that, understanding in business, that's what I needed to do. That's how I say going from evicted on day 5, to my energy and how I chose to look at it. You really need to go back and catch some of that on day 5 when I talked about why I think the purpose of me going through that process with my kids was actually a good thing and how we've been able to thrive during this pandemic. Okay, so you have to go back and catch them more on that. Those are a little bit of details for you. All right, so on day 6, frazzled, we sitting up here trying to get ready for a live, for a presentation. I'm in the middle of a coaching session with Cortez, the financial mentor, fatherpreneur, right? Hustle Up of St. Louis. I'm sitting here in a training session with him. Poop, everything, poof, goes out. I was so frazzled. I was so frustrated because here I am trying to do my good, get my learning on, because I like to bring that information back to my crew. Power, everything went out, but I was not going to miss day 6 of getting my challenge done. So we hopped on in the car here on day 6, and I was frazzled. I don't even know where day 6 went, guys. Okay, here we go, day 6. I was frazzled. This must have been after the power came back on. Dog, I don't see the time right here. So I can't even tell you if this is when the power came back on. But anyway, we was frazzled. I got a little bit of talking in about finances. Why did Facebook do me like that? Y'all see my face? Facebook froze it at the wrong time. Anyway, that was day 6. Well, on day 7, we come along and we're going to talk to you guys about some goals. Here's the good get. If you have an opportunity, there was a mention that I made on that day, and those people that were live, and I'm going to help you out here. I'm going to allow you to go over to smartgoals.martinabrittyoverton.com, grab a copy of this worksheet that I walked through that day. Okay, we ain't gonna walk through it again. You got to go back to my timeline and get the actual video. Watch the video where I walked through briefly about the smartgoals.martinabrittyoverton.com worksheet. That was goals day 7. Day 8. On day 8, of course, y'all know we discussed to hire your kids. If you want to know a little bit more about that, you can go to youthlifestyletraining.com and you can get the workbook. So we're going to pull this one off the shelf so you guys can have a look at it. Let's drop down. There we go. Youth Lifestyle Training, the workbook. Here are all the steps. This is everything you need to know about hiring your kids in your home-based business. That's what I talked about on day 8 for H. I also talked about having a home-based business, the importance of having a home-based business. I also talked about how to get the right people around you, have a happy crew around you. Those are happily referring around you. Those are the coachable, teachable, trainable around you so that all of you guys can go up, right? Having a huddle around you of people that are coachable, teachable, trainable, loyal, that have just as much hustle and grind as you do. Having that group of people around you so that all of you guys can level up. So that's what we talked about on day 8. All right, then we moved on into day 9, where I discussed inspiration, intellectual property, why you need to really work on ingenuity. Like, I didn't have a whole lot of eyes for them, so we just gonna glaze on past that one. But on day 10, we talked about jobs, why jobs are important. And I say this all the time, somebody got to bust the tables. That was a really good day on day 10 where we discussed the mindset. Look at Sove. Okay, so I got some other people that I want to show you guys in a minute. But here on day 10, we talked about jobs. We talked about journaling. We mentioned the workbook again, but specifically on that day when we talked about jobs, I think I got some really good feedback. What's going on, Indianapolis? What's going on, Layla? So good to see you. We talked about some really good mindset thinking, and I gave some really good nuggets on that day about how to create content and how you can use the ABCs to create content. So you might want to go back and check out day 10. All right. So then on day 11, which was yesterday, we talked about knowledge, knowing your worth, and keeping it kingdom. So on yesterday, day 11, we talked about, guys, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, or knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. Like, if you guys don't have a favorite person that you listen to that literally breaks things down, especially in the mindset of the kingdom, that can separate ministry, spiritual, religion, and kingdom for you, like Dr. Miles Monroe is the way to go. Have to make that into a t-shirt. Dr. Miles Monroe is the way to go. That's dope. Let me tell you, because in all of my 49 years, yes, your girl is 49. I turned 50 in 2022. In all of my 49 years, of which probably about 35 to 40 of them have been totally confused about religion, spirituality, the ministry, church, congregation, the edifice, all of this stuff. But now what I'm learning through him and the kingdom and how to keep it kingdom, and the fact that once I really got it, all I did was make the request, put out the petition, and boom, everything has flipped on its head and is now upright. Guys, I'm telling you, when you get under some good knowledge, there's your K for day 11. When you get under some good knowledge about the kingdom, your whole entire world will change for the good, change for your abundance, change for your benefits, change for your coins, change for your debt situation, change for your energy, change for your finances, change for your goals, change for your happiness, change for your inspiration, okay? Change for your joy. Now, y'all see how I just ran through them ABCs, right? Everything will change once you learn how to keep it kingdom. Once you do that, I'm telling you, your whole world will change. Thank you so much, Trevor. So good to see you and catch you live. I would say what you doing up this late, entrepreneur, but we already know. Either you up to 3 a.m. or you getting up at 5 a.m. It's one or the other. It's like, it's no middle ground. Either you an entrepreneur and you up to 3 a.m. or you an entrepreneur and you get up at 5 a.m. There's no middle ground, okay? So good to see you, my friend. So there you are with day 11. All right. So day 12, my day, my letter, my legacy letter, my level up letter, my leverage letter. Let me tell you, notice how I'm leveraging the alphabet to get this information out to you. So sometimes when you go on live, you're thinking, oh my goodness, I have no idea what to talk about. Our mentor gave us the plug. You, as an adult, you can't mess up the alphabet. Just find something for each letter. So that means every single month you should be live at least 26 days. You got something to talk about. You got something you can leverage. Facebook is free. YouTube is free. Twitter is free. StreamYard, you have to pay for. Zoom, there's a free account. I'm telling you, LinkedIn is free. Snapchat is free. TikTok is free. Like, we could go all day. All these platforms, when you leverage them, especially during this pandemic, you can become an online. Do y'all know there is a woman out here somewhere, and it's probably several of them at this point, that is leveraging the fact that she know how to snuggle. She making hundreds of thousands of dollars because she know how to snuggle. It's some kind of therapy out here called snuggle therapy, where people just need a hug. Can you imagine making money hugging somebody? I'm telling you, leverage your passion, leverage what you are good at, make your coins, especially during the pandemic. But let me get back to what I was going in the direction I was going to. But online, like I started out this saying, people were looking at me as you, Tina Britt. That's just Tina Britt. I got pastors that I run the branding for their ministry, their entire ministry. And they will not listen to right now, during this pandemic, how they can still visually on virtual talk to their congregation and still help them change the trajectory of their finances in their home. These places don't have what you call a financial stewardship program. They don't have a platform. They don't have software. They don't have, this system to help their members. But little Tina Britt don't know what she's talking about. But now that you see little Tina Britt speaking on the same stages as Dr. Cheryl Wood, speaking on the same platforms as Dr. Lynn Richardson, speaking on the same platforms as Mr. Sean Fair, Dr. George Frazier, speaking on the same platform as Gloria Mayfield Banks, speaking on the same platform as Tanya Powell, speaking on the same platform as I could go on. You know how I could go on? Y'all want me to get the book? Because in the first book, it was 40 of us. In the second book, it was 70 of us. By the third book, it was 80 of us. And I'm speaking on the same platform as who? The Les Brown. Now y'all want to kind of look at me. You still ain't listening, but now you want to look at me. This is what this virtual realm will do, guys. This is what leveraging, there's your L again, leveraging these platforms will do, right? They need one. Trevor, if I don't put up nothing else, I'm going to put that up. They need this platform. We got the solution. They need what we have. But it's all right. They ain't got to listen. I know. Trevor said she about to lift off. Y'all got to check out some of these comments. She about to lift off. I promise you. They won't listen. What's our little saying? They don't hear me though. They don't hear me though. But you want to see, the only reason I would be available to speak and be a part of these platforms with these type of people, if for some reason I must know what I'm talking about. Don't look at what I've gone through, because trust and believe, I actually had to talk to my girl the other day. She gonna kill me for forgetting her name right now. But it's on Tarsha Black. I'm talking to Tarsha Black the other day, and I finally had to tell her, somebody tried to come at me, Trevor, you know who I'm talking about, for me and my mentor. Well, your mentor is documented 20 plus years working from home, millionaire. Where your stats? Hold on. My mentor is amazing. Tell me you're not trying to come for my mentor. He done been through company after company after company after company, hitting the top. And you asking me what my stats are? I'm not him. He ain't me. I can't do what he did. He can't do what I do. Two totally different lanes. Why are you trying to compare me? But bottom line, mind you, that's his lane. He dominates and has mastered his lane. That's what he do. But you coming at me from, okay, so I guess my 5 books don't mean anything. Okay, I guess my company after company, working with the corporate staff to help, that don't mean anything. I guess my two successful grown kids out in the world don't mean anything. One so successful that he could house us for 2 years. I guess my 2 younger kids with their own businesses don't mean anything. I'm about to lift off, Trevor. Don't come for me. I didn't send for you. Understand, he has his own lane. He's well documented. I follow exactly what he tells me to do. And because I followed exactly what he tells me to do, I've been able to develop my brand the way that I've been able to develop my brand. Are you kidding me? Anyway, leveraging who is in your network. We leverage him. We leverage, and if y'all don't know who I'm talking about the one and only G-Tote, Brian N. Bean. Okay? We leverage him. He allows us to leverage everything that he educates and trains us on. Who's in your network that you can leverage? Trust me, we was on here leveraging last night, Gerald W. Parker and his amazing Faith and Finance Kingdom Stewardship platform. Who are you leveraging? Trust and believe we out here getting this daggone Wealth Army Alliance business credit course with the one and only Toby Price. Are you kidding me? Leverage people. Leverage. Copy the right cat. Copycats that are documented. Brian documented. Gerald documented. Toby documented. Come on now. Anyway, that's my L for today. When you learn how to leverage the people who allow you to leverage them because they are part of that huddle, they part of your network, they part of the coachable, teachable, trainable squad that want you to do better, that want you to level up. When people are reaching out to you and you're reaching out to them and all y'all leveraging this thing, you know what I'm saying? Then you can level up. There's another L for today. Then you can level up. All right. In the end, the whole point and purpose is everything that you're supposed to be doing, that you are purposed to do, that was put inside you, that's already inside you to do, right? The point and purpose of all of that is for the kingdom. In the word, I'm sure if Dr. Regina were on here, she could tell you, wherever it says generations, leave an inheritance for leave a legacy, leave the legacy, or better yet, live one. So if you have no earthly idea, before I let you guys go, what I'm talking about, I help people literally develop a simplified brand so that they can get out here and live a legacy. I built my kids' brands. 3 out of the 4 have their own brand. They have their own businesses so that when I'm gone away from here, they have a legacy. If you don't know what your gift or talent is, if you have no earthly idea how to start a business, if you need a business in a box, we had a solution. The beautiful thing about the business that we have, the solution that we have for you guys, it ain't going nowhere because money ain't going nowhere. Our business is 100% focused on helping you make, save, and grow more of your money. There ain't no other business out here. I just happen to be able to wrap the fact that I can help you develop a brand around whatever business it is you're trying to do. Bars, I think that's what they call it, Trevor. Bars. Hallelujah. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys tonight. If you want to know how to get in contact with me, drop a comment in my DM, drop a comment below. I'm live on YouTube right now. I'm live on my business page right now. I'm live on my personal page right now. A lot of the people that you see making these comments are in the same business I'm in. If they in your neck of the woods, hit them up. If you in my neck of the woods, hit me up. We got you. The bottom line is this deal, this offer, this special, this credit, this solution has a time limit on it, or you just gonna have to go back to paying full price. I'm sorry, but I like getting credits. I like getting coupons. I like getting discounts. I will be a billionaire. I'm still going to look for the coupon. I'm still going to look for the special. I'm still going to look for the credit. I'm still going to get it while I can get it at a lower cost. That's just how I am. So I suggest you guys do the same. Get in contact with myself or one of my colleagues. Get the credit. Get your business started and get leveled up. Leverage this thing so you can leave a legacy, or better yet, so you can live one. That's all I got. That's my time. Thank you so much for being so engaging, Trevor. I really appreciate it. To your success, Trevor, and to each and every one of you who are catching this and following us. I'll be live again tomorrow for day 13. And y'all already know it's M. It's money. We're going to talk about money. That's my time for today. I'll talk to you guys and catch you on the next one. Holla.